There are 44 sounds in the English language, but which sounds can really help improve your pronunciation and you will sound more beautiful, clear and natural? Are there such sounds? Yes, they are, and we are going to learn them. Hello everyone and welcome to my lessons, and today is a pronunciation lesson. Of course, all 44 sounds of the English language are very important, but it will be impossible to speak about all of them in one lesson. Therefore, today we are focusing on English consonant sounds that most students find the hardest and most confusing because there are no such sounds in their languages or they're completely different. But these sounds alone will help you improve your pronunciation a lot. They will add clarity and you will sound more natural. Stay till the end and you'll see that they are not difficult. I'm going to give you some clues, examples and tongue twisters to practice. Alright? Let's get started. And the first sounds that I would like to discuss today are the sounds that appear when two letters T and H come together. And these are the sounds th and th. But before we speak about these sounds in details, I'd like to highlight the exceptions. This is the English language and of course there are exceptions. And in these words, T and H letters should be pronounced as the T sound. They are Thomas, Teresa, Thailand, Thai, Thames. And in the word pothole, we pronounce two sounds separately. But in other words, we pronounce T and H as the sounds th and the. When we pronounce these sounds, we need to put our tongue between our teeth. Th and the. But please don't bite your tongue, just the tip of the tongue to your upper teeth. But what's the difference? The sound th is unvoiced or voiceless, and when we pronounce it, we don't use our vocal cords. It's absolutely airy, just the breath of air. Th, th. But please don't close your teeth and don't hide your tongue behind them, because you will pronounce sound s instead. This is very important because these two sounds create different words. For instance, thing, sing. Thank, sank, think, sink. That's why when we pronounce sound th, put your tongue between your teeth. The same is with the sound the only difference is that it's voiced. So we use our vocal cords when we pronounce it. And you can feel vibration in your throat. The. Again, don't close your teeth and don't hide your tongue, because you will pronounce the sound z instead. And what's the difference? When should we use the sound th and when to use the sound th? There are no exact rules, but there are good regularities and guidelines. At the beginning of content words, the words that have specific meaning, such as nouns, verbs, adjectives and adverbs, we mostly use the sound th. And we say thought, throat, theatre, thumb. Verbs, think, thank, thrive, throw. Adjectives, thin, thick, thankful, or adverbs, thankfully. At the beginning of functional words, or they're also called structure words or grammatical words, we use the sound the instead. For instance, determiners, article the, or pronouns, this, that, these, those, they, their, theirs, other, another, thus. In the middle of original English words or native words, between two vowels, we pronounce the sound the. For instance, mother, father, brother, rather. If the words are of Greek or Latin origin, the sound the is pronounced. For instance, cathedral, enthusiasm, lethal, panther. At the end of words, if th letters are followed by a vowel, and mostly these are verbs, we pronounce the sound. If it is a noun, the sound th is mostly pronounced. A bath, but to bathe. A breath, but to breathe. Teeth, to teeth. That's when teeth grow. A cloth, clothes, or clothes. But again, there are many exceptions And if a word is new for you, please check its pronunciation. Make sure that you pronounce these sounds correctly. The sound th and the. And the next sound is v sound. In many dialects and accents, this sound is pronounced in different ways. But I'm talking about RP, or received pronunciation, the most common way of pronouncing this sound. And if you're using RP, you shouldn't trill your tongue. It's not Russian or Spanish or Italian R sound or French R. When we pronounce R, we curl up our tongue. The tip of the tongue shouldn't touch the teeth or the gum, or you will pronounce L sound instead. And please compare rest, lest, rant, lant, lot, rot. And we make a slight circle with our lips. R, r, almost like a growling dog. And there are many tongue twisters. For instance, Robert ran rings around the Roman ruins. Real red rock roof. And say it several times. In the middle of words after vowels, letter R is not pronounced in British English, but in American English it can be slightly heard. For instance, cart, cart, pork, pork, course, course. At the end of words, if there are no following vowels, letter I is not pronounced in British accent, can be heard in American. For example, teacher, teacher, doctor, doctor. Letter R is a big topic and I'm going to speak about it in details in my following videos. That's why, in order not to miss them, please subscribe. For now, just make sure that when you pronounce it, you don't trill, you curl up your tongue and the tip of your tongue doesn't touch anything. And next sounds, and my favorite sounds, are voiceless and usually aspirated sounds p, t, k. Aspiration is the breath of air that we can hear along with these sounds. In other words, it's the puff of air that we produce with these sounds. An aspiration is stronger if the syllable is stressed. In order to practice them, take a piece of paper and when you pronounce these sounds, it should move. For instance, pot, cake, Kate. A cup of proper coffee in a copper coffee cup. Two tiny tigers took 2 taxis to town. Please note that aspiration disappears if these sounds are preceded by the sound s, and we say sp, st, sk. And please compare pot, spot, take, steak, Kate, skate, key, ski, talk, stock. And now letter H and the sound h. And as you can hear, it's just the breath of air, so it's a strong exhalation. And this sound has no exact shape, so it's not articulated. And if it stands in the word, we articulate the following vowel. But still, we need to make this airy sound, because if we don't, we will pronounce other words instead. And we can compare hair, air, here, ear, heart, art, hate, ate, hit, eat. Pronounce it, but don't articulate it. And the last sounds for today, but not least, actually there are 3 sounds, and these sounds can be confusing if you don't know how to articulate them correctly. That's why let's discuss it. And first, fricatives f and v. When we pronounce these sounds, we need to lift our bottom lip to our upper teeth. And we say f, v. The sound f is unvoiced or voiceless, and we don't use our vocal cords. But when we pronounce v, we can feel vibration. And it's very important because there are so many words with these sounds that can be confused if they are not pronounced correctly. For instance, fan, van, bear, bear, fault, volt, fine, vine. And at the end of words, safe, save, believe, believe. And please note that before voiced consonants, the vowels are usually longer. And of course, the tongue twisters. Frank feeds fat fish, fresh fish food. 520 frogs fled from 50 fierce fish. And the W sound. When we pronounce W sound, we need to protrude our lips a little bit. And our lips make tight circle, and we don't close them. And we say W, W, W. And here is the main difference, now you know it. When we pronounce the sound V, our bottom lip goes to our upper teeth, V. And when we pronounce W, our lips make a circle. And it's very important because there are many words that can be confused if these two sounds are pronounced incorrectly. Veil, veil. Verse, verse. Vast, vast. Vile, vile. We view walking as very whimsical. When vacating the water closet, ban the water first. A van will reverse every way it can. And that's it for today. Of course, all English sounds are beautiful and interesting, and I'm going to make videos about them. And in order not to miss these videos, please subscribe to this channel and press the bell button. And please let me know in the comments below which tongue twisters you liked the most and which sounds you find the hardest. Also, if you liked this video, please let me know and press the like button. Thank you for watching and see you next time.